welcome back to the Trippy Show. Thanks everybody for joining us for the paranormal news. We're going to cover the latest supernatural stories, including some UFO sightings. The first story we're going to cover is a UFO that was witnessed in Oregon. This one was interesting. It was one of those bright orb UFOs in the sky. It split into multiple parts. Now, Mike and I have seen something very similar to this. I'm going to show you the picture here. Mike, does that look similar to what you've seen yourself before?
Oh, definitely, with several different orbs there. I mean, that's definitely the weirdest part about it, when it splits off into several different things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's interesting because when I saw it, the first thing you think is Chinese lanterns. You have so many people saying that Chinese lanterns are very prevalent and they can easily be confused for UFOs. But in this case, where it's actually multiplying, we saw that ourselves. That's where you really have to question it and say, a Chinese lantern definitely isn't going to multiply. That's for sure. These are very bright lights, and I know Mike and I have seen these on multiple occasions, which is kind of interesting that we were actually together for them, but it's true. And what do you think? Do you have anything to say about this sighting here, K-Mac?
Those look like Chinese lanterns.
What about the fact that they multiply? Do you have any theory?
I think it was just the angle they were at. There might have been a couple others that you couldn't see behind it, but this kind of has the pattern. They're all like they're floating up, one after another, just kind of cruising up in the air. Now, if they were starting to go sideways and shit, because they never really break formation when they're going up. Now, if one all of a sudden went to the side, maybe you'd question it, but
makes sense.
Was there any report of horizontal movement from these lights?
Yeah, these ones apparently did all kinds of trippy movement,
that's
multiplying.
What are we talking about?
Here's the quote. All of a sudden, my friend spots a big, bright, circular light in the sky, just stationary a little bit above the horizon.
So stationary.
But as they watched it, about 1 minute later, it splits into 3 orbs, all the same size and shape. And they made a triangle, one on bottom, the other 2 to evenly split on the top there. Perhaps an Illuminati reference. Just throwing that one out there.
I don't know about that. I do think this could be real, though, in terms of this may be some sort of alien life form controlling this, or somebody with super high-powered technology that nobody else knows about. What I think this is a special jet propulsion feature or characteristic that can, on both sides of the craft, split out 2 additional craft on each side, so then you have 3, and then that one also has
personal crafts.
It can keep multiplying and generating new ones based on, just like life can reproduce, except this is asexual,
so it's
where it just kind of has sex with itself and reproduces.
So the alien
like
is the machine?
Like a cell, in a way.
The alien's like a cell?
No, not the alien. The flying saucer.
The actual
craft.
The flying saucer is alive.
Yes, well, I'm
That's pretty
saying
serious.
it could have features to it that are living and that do this feature that, it splits into 3.
Sort of
it's
like
asexual.
replicates itself?
Like a cell. It replicates exactly like.
Does it produce new aliens inside of these cells?
Well, I mean, if you look at the way the picture, the photo is, it just looks as if these were kind of reproduced in a way, because they are moving in an upward fashion where they're all in a line, but it's not vertical. It's not perfect. So
crazy. I love your theories when it comes to this stuff, Raspo. I feel like you might know something. I don't know where you're getting this information from, but definitely an interesting take. Now, guys, we have breaking news here into the paranormal news set. Apparently, we have an alien sighting. Somebody has sent us an actual video of an alien sighting.
Damn, this looks like some homegrown shit here.
What the hell is going on? Let's check this out.
What is this?
The footage we're about to show you was photographed by a 42-year-old, Romero Valadares. This video was taken yesterday afternoon.
Damn, they even added sound effects? Like background music?
Brazil.
It's a red flag. I don't know.
This is the regular news report.
Birthday party in Brazil.
All initial opinions
This is the standard news.
What you're about to see
Channel 5.
may disturb you.
Ooh, may disturb you. The fuck is this?
It's like kids playing. Birthday party?
Yeah, you might want to get close to the screen for this one.
What the hell? This is going to be an authentic alien sighting, Raspo.
Where are we at? Birthday party?
Yeah, it looks like a birthday party.
Kids are trying to get out of the house? Trying to get some cake?
No, I think they saw the alien.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Why is the music getting crazy? Raspo, this is going to be your raw take on this.
Move, children. Vámonos.
Yes.
Somebody's watching it.
I think that's Joaquin Phoenix.
It's behind.
Oh, shit. The fuck? What was that?
What was that?
You tell us, Raspo. What the hell did we just see? Somebody sent this to us confirming
like
it was
an-
alien footage.
It's like an overgrown grasshopper.
Look at that.
Wait a minute. It looks
Oh.
very humanoid to me. Could it just be a man in a suit of some kind? And there's,
Oh my-
as Kyle said, there's background sound effects.
Yeah, there's music playing. I think
It
it's set
could
up.
be a guy. It could be Green Man.
Green Man?
It looks like Green Man.
Who's Green Man?
You know, from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah.
Green Man.
I
Like
was
they-
a fan of Dayman myself.
Like the spandex onesie
The one piece,
suit
yep.
wearers. I think that might be one of them right there. That's like one of those guys.
Where does he fall in the battle between Dayman and Nightman, though?
Green Man is a sport. He's an Eagles fan. Philadelphia Eagles. Super
He
fan.
must be a dick.
So he's not involved with the Dayman versus Nightman feud?
No. He wears a green. I don't know what to call it. It's not like a unitard.
Wears a green
I don't know.
unitard and lurks around children's birthday parties.
Yeah.
Is he a snarfer?
And he does weird stuff. Yeah, in the show, it's interesting. Yeah.
Now,
Gotta
Raspo,
watch
you were
it.
looking at some paranormal news. What were you checking out this Monday evening?
Well, I have a couple different great stories here, RJ.
What's up?
For one, there is a story about a question. The question is this a ghost or a UFO? This was right outside of a synagogue, and basically it's an orb. It floats around for about 30 seconds, and then it goes on top of a car, and then it jumps off of the car.
What?
And so, yeah, some,
Did it physically touch the car, Raspo?
yeah, it physically goes onto it.
Huh.
So Michael Oishi spotted the images and quickly uploaded them to Facebook for his friends to see. Basically what this thing, it looks like a little orb with little legs on it. Not really like a UFO, more like an orb.
Damn.
And it floats around, and
Is this kind of like that one we saw inside that museum or whatever inside the gift shop?
Yes.
So
Looks
it's like
pretty
that.
similar.
All right, let's see.
And this one was
now
at a
there
synagogue.
is going to be an ad. You gotta skip that ad.
5 seconds. Damn you.
With that ad, man. With that.
What?
Interference.
With a chick on a toilet seat. What the hell?
Well, it got our attention. Good
This
job
was
on
at a
them.
synagogue, guys. Keep in mind, there might be something to that.
Yes, it
No
was
question.
captured by a Jewish rabbi.
Yep.
Could it possibly be magical forces? Because it's obviously not a UFO in this case, unless they're really
By
tiny.
the way, this was in southeast Ukraine.
Thank you to the Daily Mirror for providing the video. Let's check this out. Okay, so an odd camera placement.
Oh,
There it is. See, now this is not a typical camera. Look how it's,
Sideways or something. It's in the wide angle lens.
Kind of just chilling there, moving a little bit left and right. You think this was maybe somebody using like a drone to like scout out this place?
Whoa, it just floated
See,
off.
now that was not one of the theories. Out of the theories in this article posted, it says somebody said infrared light can blind the camera. It was someone with an infrared flashlight, which I don't think that's the case here.
Where would
that,
they
that
be
doesn't
at?
make sense.
Yeah,
Exactly. Where is the person with the flashlight? And somebody else is posting. Josie Kirchner says, actually, it is a rare but known natural phenomenon known as lightning balls.
What?
Do you think it's lightning balls, Mike?
The hell's
Do we
a
know what
lightning
lightning
ball?
ball? Yeah, what the fuck is that?
I mean,
You
I
know
don't
what that is.
I've got lightning balls.
Really? Well, what
You're on fire.
exactly
Lightning fast.
are these lightning balls? Because I gotta say, these videos, for the most part, I used to think
You
they
gotta
were
go
like...
to the doctor for that.
Yeah, you do. I used to think they were like dust, something like that, possibly even a
Yeah,
small
yeah,
bug. But the way this thing was
so
moving,
bright.
it definitely looked alive, and it flew off like it was running from something.
It was the size of a football. It says that, I mean, I don't think it's dust. We're not talking about a little piece of lint or glimmering dust here. We're talking
Nah,
about
'cause and even in the last one that we
Object.
saw, what was that, last week or 2 weeks ago when we were looking at the one in the museum, that was like a perfect circle, and that thing just kind of floated around and then took off. And that one was much smaller. This one's much bigger, and it definitely looks like it has a light on the front of it, because you can see when it's like shining directly into the camera, you can kind of see like the light kind of spread out a little farther.
Well, apparently in this story, it does report that this synagogue is newly built, and Jewish Community Center. This center came under attack last year from thugs with Molotov cocktails.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
It's probably haunted.
This is
then.
a drone, man. They're scouting this place out. I'm telling you.
Now, we have some more
Could be
breaking paranormal news here to the set. Mike has the meaning of lightning balls. Apparently, he's going to share what they actually are. Mike, what the hell are these lightning balls?
Ball lightning is an unexplained atmospheric electrical phenomenon. Basically, lightning just
Nice.
forms, and it's random.
Out of nowhere.
It's amazing.
It's a
Is it-
spherical object. It does vary in diameter from pea-size to huge. Very interesting here. Raspo, have you heard about these
Crazy.
lightning balls?
Yeah, you know, I know a little bit about the lightning balls. I've heard about them.
I mean, I've never heard of them. I've never seen them. We live in the damn lightning capital of the world, so
Yeah.
you think we would know if there's
Exactly.
such thing as lightning balls.
I mean, there's several historical accounts here that I'm looking at that
Oh, yeah.
of
Plenty.
it, but like you said, we'd have to see the
unless it
lightning
happens
ball.
only
Well-
in certain places.
I mean, I know of somebody that could be possibly looking for some lightning balls. They might want to try a new dating site, actually, that I found here.
Well, before you get into that, I was looking at an account of a lightning ball here from one Mr. Alistair Crowley, a very paranormal man himself.
Aleister Crowley.
Yes, he was a British occultist. For those who don't know, he reported witnessing what he referred to as globular electricity during a thunderstorm on Lake Poscany, which is in New Hampshire. This was back in 1916. He was sheltered in a small cottage when he noticed, with what he only could describe as calm amazement, a dazzling globe of electric fire, apparently between 6 and 12 inches. So that's about 15 to 30 centimeters in diameter. It was stationary for about 6 inches below and to the right of his knee. As he looked at it, it exploded with a sharp, quiet, impossible to confuse movement, and it actually went towards his body. What do you think about Aleister Crowley? You trust in his take on this one, Kyle, of
I think
lightning
he
balls?
was tripping. I mean,
Aleister Crowley,
did he pull that like that spell out and pull that off, these lightning balls? Because
Very well could have.
I don't know about that one.
It said it gave him a slight shock in the middle of his right hand. Any take on Mr. Crowley, Raspo?
Nothing that I could say in a brief sentence or brief 2 sentences.
So that's a no.
So
Not right now.
we'll,
I mean,
we'll cover Crowley and another
there's quite a
paranormal news,
bit
that's for
about
sure.
Aleister Crowley. I mean, it's interesting that maybe he was able to manipulate lightning balls.
Perhaps that's the case. Now, let's go ahead and get into this paranormal dating site you were talking about. What the hell is this about?
Maybe it was a shame that it wasn't around during Crowley's time, and Crowley could have found somebody on this paranormal site.
Yeah, I would hope that a girl wouldn't come across him by accident.
So to be honest, with this paranormal dating site, at first when I heard of this story, I was like, all right, so are we talking about dating people in another dimension? Because that sounds scamish. And this story ended up being kind of scamish anyway. It's interesting though, because this is actually tied in with AM's Coast to Coast AM radio. It's a long-running program that focuses on paranormal news.
Mhm.
It actually used to focus on paranormal news. Nowadays, it focuses a little more on conspiracy theories and just kind of news that isn't really proven, but, you know, fake news, that sort of stuff.
Mhm.
And the new host of it, well, he's not new, but he's the most recent host, George Norrie, is now peddling this dating site called Paranormal Date.
Hi, I'm
So
George Norrie from the
Let's
nationally
check it out.
syndicated radio show Coast to Coast AM, and I created ParanormalDate.com. I did it because of my listeners.
Sounds
They
like
would
the
come up to
eHarmony
me
guy.
Do you use an
at
avatar?
various speaking engagements all around the
Ghost or
country.
alien?
They come up and say, "Hey, George, we want to meet people of like minds, people who are into science,
Lightning
ghosts,
balls.
UFOs, alternative medicine,
Other whack jobs.
conspiracies.
No.
We want to meet people.
We talk
like
about
that.
paranormal
We
news
might
here,
even
Mike.
Just
wanna
kidding.
date them, but
Come
we
on.
have no place to go. So I went, paranormal.
We can't get any girls. What do we do?
Make
Make a website.
all over the planet can get together and maybe meet up. It's free to join. Just go to paranormaldate.com.
He's excited
And
about
if you want
it,
to stay in contact with someone, there's a small monthly
So hold
fee,
on a
but if
second.
you use the
Hold on,
code
here you go.
You're telling me-
George,
Hold on.
you get a huge discount.
Use
How
the
does
code.
free?
Use the code George
You are
if you want to
not
message
alone.
somebody.
Okay, but so this is false advertisement. Damn it! I would thought this was like a damn website that you could communicate
George gotcha.
Probably could.
and
Here's
pick
the-
up some alien bitches.
Here's
I
the
mean,
thing that confuses me. You're telling me that there's girls actually looking for guys searching for UFOs. I could see guys looking for girls, but there's
Yeah.
probably not too many chicks signing up for whatever the hell that site's
There's
called.
probably a few, and they probably need the website.
What if you're wrong, and there's like a ton of chicks who signed up? For
You mean
this?
perhaps there's some really hot chicks that want guys who are into UFOs?
It's a secret gold mine.
And don't leave their house. Can't go meet people outside of their house.
Yeah.
Interesting. We do have to report
Been doing it all
a
wrong.
we have to report a UFO that was sighted here in Florida. It was over in West Palm Beach. This was a silent, low-flying cigar-shaped UFO. It hovered in place over a golf course. Did disappear. The witness was outside walking her dog at Okeechobee Park. Oh boy, that's 11:49 a.m. back on May 29th this year. She said it was a very quiet morning. The sky was so beautiful because of all the different kinds of clouds, and the weather was warm and breezy out of the east. I happened to look up towards the sky at 11:49 a.m. and saw a huge object over the golf course, and it was just to the east where they were walking in the park. K-Mac, you've done a lot of golfing.
Yeah.
I could definitely see a UFO sighting, because that's the one time you're really looking towards the skies quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna see anything, that'd already be the time. So, I don't know what maybe they're trying to learn the game of golf. If they're like chilling over you, scouting your game out.
Wow, man. I'm looking at a sketch that the witness drew, and it looks very interesting, man. It
Yeah, it
almost
does.
looks like a baseball hat or a whistle of some sort.
It's got like a dome to it too,
Yeah.
as well
Wow.
as the cigar shaped. Any take on this one, Mikey?
It's crazy shit. I mean,
Looks like
imagine.
their child drew the picture, possibly.
I don't
Yeah.
think this is the standard cigar shape, though.
No, it's not.
I mean, imagine that though. You're golfing
Check
with
this
a couple
out.
buddies, and you just see something crazy.
Man, I've seen some crazy stuff. Not exactly UFOs.
Here's an actual Google map of it, and it shows the first site location, the second site location, and the third
Wow.
object location. They have it all mapped out here for us.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Now, let's go ahead and switch up the tempo a little bit here. K-Mac, what are you looking at this Friday evening?
Well,